Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Village of Homewood Planning Board meeting. It's February 26, 2026, and it is 7:02 p.m. and I'll call the meeting to order. We have one item on the agenda. It's a minor subdivision. The applicant is Homer Development LLC. They're here, representative is here. Property is 41 James Street and tax map number 66.74-02-34.000. It's in an industrial district and where references chapter 198, article 2 of the zoning law to subdivide the office building from a larger parcel. Applicant, Mr.
Just that. Yeah, what can I tell you? We've owned the property since, I don't know, 2010, 2011. There are 5 individual parcels that make it up. The one parcel, which is the largest parcel, probably, I forget what it is in there, but almost 3 acres of the 4+ acre site is let's see if I can do this with 2 hands, is the factory, this area and the factory. So we're looking at here in the factory. These 2 are separate parcels, off Elm Street on facing Maple. And then there are 2 separate parcels here and here. This is there's a red building right across from the police department and the parking lot. So those are the building and parking lot there. So, our request is to subdivide out the police station that the village has been using, for longer than we've owned it. And as I think they make progress downstairs and they're gonna be moving over here. It's time, if we haven't sold the entire site, for we look at what to do with the site. This would be, we believe, an enhancement to have that separate because it really has a lot different use than this building from the 2 warehouses in the industrial site. Both of these warehouses are there in the industrial site versus this right off the street, more of an office setting, which is what there is. And so we just went through the ZBA. They approved the variance, so this would be to then subdivide the property so we could give it its own parcel and then see whatever happens with it from there.
So is it gonna be a parcel with 2/3 of a building on it?
Yeah, well, no matter what we have a parcel, we have a building that the actual property boundary runs through the building. None of this is gonna change any of that, no matter what we do, whether we subdivide it or don't, it's the same thing. But if you think about it, I guess I didn't realize that until recently when we started looking at this and you go, how the heck can that happen? But when you think about it from a usable rail siding standpoint, the railroad's gonna control beside those tracks, and if you think you're ever gonna get inside that, you're crazy. And so the building to be able to step on trains and everything, like they just did with the toys and all that stuff, you gotta be right there. So there's a pad in those dimensions. I asked the surveyor to go and put a few more dimensions on this property to be able to see some of that. There's a concrete pad that's what I'll call a usable space. That if you really look at it and you see the building and you didn't see this map, you wouldn't know that where that property line was. And that pad is more of an accepted usable space, what it is. There are easements, obviously, that allow, for the use inside of the building to do certain things, but.
This chain link fence also has an easement?
Yeah, the easement runs from the property lines over for all of the railroad properties that come this way. I forget the exact wording, the exact distance, but it's a good ways in, but yeah, that chain link fence is there. That's where the police department parks now. They park right up to that chain link fence right there.
So an easement like that is forever?
It's in the deed, yes. we would also, we do that, that would obviously continue into the new deed when that's created. But also, there would be use deeds for the red building that would be here. We had questions in the ZBA meeting about why don't you just let it come over to this property line and all that? We're trying to leave, and speaking with them, we're trying to leave some egresses for everyone to come in and out here. And so those would be there, and you would get you get use variances this way as well. So that these people could, go back and forth, and these people coming in here. So you wanna be able to get in and out of the site.
Where's the building that's burnt?
Right there. Luckily, no damage.
What?
Luckily, no damage for us, but
Oh, for you.
yeah, the house does not look real good.
Well, something you can acquire, Just make your site a little bit bigger.
Well, yeah, somebody said that, and I said, look, I said, I'm going tonight to ask for a variance and a subdivision. Because our intent is to do something with the property. We had, for a year and a half, the property was locked up. Because we had not one but two DRI projects that were approved. That were on this property. One DRI was for the manufacturing site, one was for that red building. So they were both there. The developer didn't go through with either one of them after 18 months that we had the property tied up. So at that point, we said, oh boy, what do we do now? We're in a position now where I believe the village is really looking at moving the police department downstairs. Construction's going pretty well. It'll be a few more months probably, but it's within a reasonable time. It kind of said to us, okay, now it's time to really look at what we're doing here and see what we gotta do and do something with it. So getting a little more active. We've had a few people through the property, but we do experience. When you put the value of that, the railroad station's a beautiful building. I mean, all kinds of woodwork in it. I don't know the sins, I think it's tin ceilings, but it's terrazzo floors, it's gorgeous. And Village keeps it beautiful. And so when you put the value in with the factories and the warehouses, you add value, but if people want the warehouses and that kind of thing, that's what they want. They don't want the other building with it. Or if they would want the train station, I think we have a hard time, because what are they gonna do with this massive structure that's there? So I think it's easier now to fillet that out a little bit and target in on people who want specifically what they want. And then let them go in and go forward with the property for their uses. So that's what we're hoping to do with it now.
Any other questions? Anybody? Question?
So he would have to come back to when you do put something in it, right?
I think if somebody goes in and buys it,
Oh, okay, you're trying to sell it.
we're trying to sell
Oh, you're
it.
trying
So
to, okay,
if somebody comes in and they wanna go do something within it, I believe.
All
they have to
uses
go
there
back.
subject to a
If
site.
they want to put
Okay,
if they want to put a retail business in
They have to
there.
go back
or
to you and you have to say yes.
Beauty salon or whatever.
Okay.
That's what we've had to do a couple of times with other things that we've done, and so I would assume that's us.
sure.
It's a, site plan review for. Whatever. Unless we use as a police station, you could use it as a police station again without site plan review probably.
Well, the state police in there.
Market's a little tight for that, Don, but yeah.
Never know. Vigilantes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. With no more discussion, we can get on with the environmental review. The part one has been completed by the applicant. For type, for the part two, we need to have a seeker environmental assessment. So it's an unlisted action. We just secret form, so we'll go down through the questions. Rob, do you want to read them all?
Sure. So we're looking at part two, the secret form. 11 questions. Number one, will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulation?
No or small.
Number two, will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of use of land?
No.
Number three, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community?
No.
Number four, will the proposed action have an impact on the environmental characteristics that cause the establishment of a critical environmental area? Number five, will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? Number six, will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities?
No.
Seven, will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies or public or private wastewater treatment utilities?
No.
Number eight, will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? Number nine, will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources? 10 is, will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems?
No.
And the last one, will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health?
Um, Entertain a motion
Well, so, yeah, you can do the
For-
motion.
for a negative declaration.
Right.
for a negative declaration. Paula? Second,
I'll second
Ashley? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so on part 3 of the secret form, we would check the second box,
Right.
which says, check this box if you have determined based on the information and analysis above and any supporting documentation that the proposed action will not result in any significant adverse environmental effects.
Okay, copy this. Next was we need a motion to approve the
I so moved.
site plan.
Well, so this is
I thought, do we have to approve that thing we just read now, number 3, part 3?
well, that, no, you did a motion for a negative declaration that satisfies, the secret requirement, yeah. So we just check the box, because that's the result of it. This is not a site plan application though, right? This is
So,
it's a subdivision
Yeah.
application. So technically it's a minor subdivision. What they're requesting.
well, I'll move that. They're asking for motions.
Second on that
it. I'll
one.
second. Oh, go ahead.
Well, she can second, Ash can second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Carry.
Better get her name in the minutes.
And. All right, so that is approved. We need a motion to approve the minutes of January 22nd meetings.
Look at me.
We're gonna move it, Mike.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Carry, okay. We. Sound like a broken record, don't forget training programs if you haven't done them. Got another one, okay. You all good, you got 3 out of 4 or you got one?
Well, I got a previous one.
You gave me 2, you gave me those for 2 hours.
Was this another 2? No? I don't know. It was 2 hours.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it was 2 hours, okay, we're all set. Okay. Just need a motion to adjourn.
Right, get a time, I appreciate it.
Pardon
We
me?
get a time.
Oh, the time at 7:17.
We off.
Mike, you gonna move it?
Sure.
Thought so.
Sure.
I'll
Paula?
second.
All in favor?